I love reading, and I am fortunate enough to have taken that love and turned it into a passion for teaching. It's funny because, like Jen said, a lot of people look kind of sympathetic when I say I'm a middle school English teacher. And then I say, you know, I love my job. And then they look confused. It's like they're thinking to themselves, is she talking about the same kid that lives in my house? And I am. I'm talking about that kid. And when students come to us in the 7th grade, they really often have well-developed ideas of who and what they are. A gamer, a good student, an athlete, a lover of the Walking Dead, a troublemaker, a bookworm, or a fangirl. But many also have well-developed beliefs of what they are not. Not good at public speaking. Not good at math. Not interested in school. And this is where we come in. I am shocked when kids tell me what they aren't. They're only 11 and 12 years old, but when they hit the 7th grade, they have this pretty good idea of what they like around them. They're on the verge of adolescence, and they've built a wall that they're protected inside of. And a lot of them seem to think that they need to know what they want to do for the rest of their lives. A lot of adults perpetuate this idea. And we do this out of consideration for our children. We want you to be independent. We want you to be able to stand on your own 2 feet. And to do that, you have to have some kind of an income, some kind of a job. But I am an example of someone who has taken a really long time to become what I am. And I have done a lot of things along the way. I was an outdoor environmental education teacher. I worked with developmentally disabled adults. I worked with children who have autism. I worked in homelessness prevention. I became a stepmom to 5 kids. And I was an event coordinator, a job that I thought I was good at until they let me go. All of those things, my successes, my failures, have brought me here to this place in this time. And while some people are good at choosing a career path and sticking to it, like my husband, I am not like that. In fact, I only earned my Massachusetts English teacher's license in 2012 at the age of 43. And it's because of this, because of the myriad changes that I've gone through in my life, that when I walk into a classroom, I see limitless potential. I do not see the walls that kids have built for themselves. I know what their test scores are, and I know what the statistics show, but I see children with their whole lives in front of them. I see hope, and quite frankly, it's very exciting. We are in a time when life and living is changing so incredibly rapidly that we can't even keep track of it. And these students are integral to that continued revolution. They are infinitely more complex, more interesting, and more wonderful than any test could ever show. And how they perform in my classroom is not the be-all and end-all of their existence. It's okay that kids come to me not liking reading. It's okay that they come to me not liking writing. It's okay that they don't like to participate in class. It's my job to make those things more accessible for them. A few years ago, I was working in a local district, and I performed my usual start of the year survey, asking students what they like, what they don't like. About 50% of students usually tell me they do not like to read. And I had one student in particular who made it clear to me that it was more than dislike. Essentially, you're not going to make me read. But I happen to love reading aloud. And we started a unit reading The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton. And I read aloud every day in class. And this kid, he fell in love with Hinton's work. He enjoyed it so much that he asked if he could read ahead in the novel, and we had a study hall at the end of the day. And of course, I said to him, "Come on, of course you can. Come to my class at the end of the day during study hall, and you can read as much as you want." And so he did. However, about a week into this, he comes into the room, he slams the book down, he says, "Why didn't you tell me?" I said, "I'm sorry, but that's part of what makes Hinton's work so wonderful. It's how she makes us feel." He turned around and he walked away and he said, "I'm not reading anymore." I left him alone. He came back to school the next day. He came to my classroom. He didn't participate in the conversation, but he was there. And at the end of the day, he came to study hall. He picked up the book and he finished reading it. The next day, he came to me, "Ms. Bush, did Hinton write anything else?" I gave him a copy of Rumblefish, and he read that too. Watching any student grow from telling me that they will not read to asking me what extra books they can read on their free time, that is success. And watching students grow and change is why I love teaching so much. It's why I try to have patience for them in the classroom. Kids need time. I don't expect them all to love reading. I do not expect them to remember what a gerund is. I don't expect them all to earn an A. I don't expect them to be more than what they are capable of. I do expect them to try. And I expect them to be the very best people they can possibly be. And it's my job to help get them there. Thank you.